How are
No,
you?
I'm good. Thank you for joining this talk show. I think it's very easy going. Like I said, it's not a CNN or BBC, so we should just wing it and have a good time at the same time. So I just want you to introduce yourself. Welcome to Forever Fit and Fabulous. So
Thank
as I
you.
explained to the people that's watching, it's about people that are 40 and above that are fit in mind, body, spirit that I would like to get to know. So you are one of those people that I know for what, last 2 years, 2 years ago, 3 years ago,
Yeah,
2018, 2018.
2018 we met.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So why don't you introduce yourself and tell us who you are and what do you do? It'd be far more interesting for you to say than
All
from me.
right. All right. Thank you, Laila. Firstly, Selamat Hari Raya.
Selamat Hari Raya, yes.
Yeah, and thank you again for having me. Okay, I started in the fitness industry like 25 years ago. Before that, I was a school teacher. When I came back from the States, I didn't have anything to do, and I followed this Jane Fonda and the other personal trainers via the what do you call that? The tape, right? And the cassettes and such. So I sort of fell in love with it because I love music and I love to dance. So that was how I started, and I got myself certified, and here I am.
How
Okay.
how, how long ago was that when you get certified?
25 years ago.
Oh,
25 years
okay.
ago. So I've been in this fitness industry for almost 25 years. It's a long time.
Wow. No, this is the
Yeah.
same. This is the same time when I got started. I got started about 25, 26 years ago. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. So we have something in common.
We're the same boat.
So when you started
Yeah.
with the Jane Fonda, did you have like the leg warmers and
Oh,
the
yes, I do. I have like 30 leotards, and but I give them away.
hey, it's back in fashion, okay?
Yeah.
But
All
you
right.
now you have moved on where you own your own Azizsa training company
Yes.
and you Studio 33. Tell us a bit about that.
All right. Now, firstly, I am with the Ministry of Youth and Sports of Malaysia, and I am one of the six master trainers where we travel the country, where we train and develop instructors, especially in aerobics. So we teach courses. So I set up my own training company. The reason why was because I would like to develop and train these instructors better, so because they need to sort of upgrade themselves, and whatever I've learned, I sort of teach them and let them experience what I have been through. So
Right.
that is the reason why I set up the training center, sort of like an academy, sort of.
Okay. Right.
And I run my own workshops and small group trainings, as well as fitness courses.
Why the
Yeah.
name Studio 33 though?
All right. The studio is where I train a small group of ladies. And that number 33 is the house number. It's so much easier.
Oh,
The house number is 33. So I thought, okay, might as well have the number up as the name of the studio. So that
okay.
was how it got started. And I only
So
train small group
so
people,
how long
ladies.
ago was Studio? How old is Studio 33?
The first studio I had was called Sri Badan. Sri Badan.
Sri Badan,
And then,
okay.
yeah, and then we moved to Jakarta twice. So I sold my studio. And then when I came back, I need to do something. So I set up another studio. The name is Studio 33.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why move to Indonesia, Jakarta, I assume, right? Jakarta,
Yeah,
right?
because of my husband's line of work.
I
So
see.
we were like
Okay.
in the US, in Jakarta, everywhere. So
So
that,
the question I want to ask you, you are below 40 or above 40? So sometimes it's
I
sensitive to ask
am
people, what
Laila.
age. It's sensitive.
Laila, I'm so much older than you, not to worry.
No, because the show is about, sometimes I interview people that's under 40s, right? I think for
Mhm.
Forever Fit and Fabulous, it applies more to 40 and above. So I didn't want to, older, what does that mean? I think you're a lot wiser than me. So I think I put
No,
my hands down.
no. I'm way much older. I've got 5 grandchildren.
Fantastic. So how many kids do you
Yeah.
have?
I've got four. Three of them are married because
Okay.
they, after they graduated, they just, you know, they got hitched, they got married.
Right.
So I've only one still studying, the youngest. So that's why I have five grandkids now.
So how busy are you with your grandchildren?
Well, not really that busy because they only come like whenever they come. So I'll be with them. Otherwise, I'm okay. I only have a husband to take care of right now.
Good. So, what was your childhood like? You know, you are originally from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia?
No, I was a Singaporean. Yeah,
No.
I am. I was born at the Kandang Kerbau Hospital. I grew up in Bukit Timah in Changi, and then the family moved to JB, to Johor Bahru. And then I got married to a Malaysian, so I am a Malaysian now. So no more Singaporean. But I've got my lots of relatives in Singapore. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So you okay? Then you moved, and then you were in Johor Bahru, and you lived there until when did you move to?
I moved when I attended college, I think, to
Okay,
KL, and we have been, and I got married, and we have been here since then, long time ago. So I'm Shah Alam right now.
okay, okay. So what was it like growing up in your childhood in Johor Bahru?
It was okay. It was okay. Yeah, I think spectacular, but just okay.
But it's the kampong life, you know, which everybody's talking
Yeah,
about. Yeah. But did you enjoy
yeah,
that?
yeah. I did. I get yeah. And I went to school. We took the bus to school. You know,
You was to school to
so
where? You went to school in Johor Bahru, right?
in Johor Bahru, yeah.
Okay, okay. Wow, I
Mm.
didn't know that. You know, I didn't know that you were Singaporean. That I mean, it blew me away. So
One thing you don't know about me, huh? I was an
yeah,
ex-Singaporean.
yeah. So you are okay. So now I understand. Now I put it all together because the way you teach is very teacher like you are a teacher. That's your background,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
S-
Because I was a school teacher then. Then when we moved to the U.S., my husband had to work in Oklahoma, and I
Okay.
did not get the what do you call that? I was not allowed to take leave for a few years, so
Oh,
I I decided to resign, and I had to pay the money owed to the government. So I paid everything, but when I came back, I didn't have a job. I
oh,
didn't
see.
didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Then I did this, and I'm still doing it to this
Yeah.
day.
So
Yeah.
do you is there a big difference between teaching students? How old were the students? Is it primary school or secondary school?
They because when you attended teachers training college, they teach you on how to teach the methodologies of teaching. So I applied whatever I've learned as a teacher using
Uh-huh.
teaching aids and such to the instructors. So my way
Right.
of teaching is a bit different
Okay.
because the
Okay, that's
approach is
good.
different. Yeah. And I love to teach.
Wow.
I love to teach and train instructors.
So what is your routine like for your daily routine? How do you get when you wake up, what do you do?
All right. Normally day to day, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, wake up, I do my solat, and then I do gardening
Okay.
because I I keep posting right now. I'm crazy about. I've planted some pumpkin seedlings. Hope
Okay.
they'll grow into
Okay.
pumpkins. And I've built my own raised flower beds, my own on myself, and I
Uh-huh.
had to carry this wheelbarrow, but I could only carry about 15 bricks at one time per trip from the back gate to the garden. So that's my
Wow.
routine. And I've got classes at night, and also if I go for courses, and I'll leave my husband on his own, so I'll just go and teach for a few days and come back.
Can he survive? Can he
Oh,
survive without you
yes.
for a few days?
Yeah. It's good to be away for a short while, though.
Yeah, yes, I think so. I really think so. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you are physically fit. Like for example, you know, you do your gardening. So most people that don't understand is exercise is movement, right?
Right, true. You got to
Right,
move. You
right.
have to move. Yeah.
So,
That
so
is the reason why. Oh, sorry.
no,
Okay.
no, go
What were
ahead.
you
Sorry,
saying?
go ahead. Go. No, 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 no.
Oh,
Go ahead. Say,
okay.
yeah.
All right. Now, that is the reason why I got myself certified in teaching older adults. Because when I took care of my mom, well, she passed away about 3 years ago.
My
She could not
condolences.
move, and I had to carry her all the time. So I said, I need some knowledge on how to handle the older adults. And I went to Bangkok to do that certification, and I passed. The passing mark was 90% of 100, and I got 92. And I was like, whoa, I went crazy. That was the reason why I had to help my mom to move, because without
Right.
knowledge, you do not know what to do. So from there, the Ministry of they call the welfare, where they have this category for the older adults. They called me. Said, hey, can you help us with this? Set up a module for the older adults course. So I went. And that was my break, because I wanted to do something for the older adults. So I set up this chair fitness routine, and they took it and applied it to all the older adults centers. Apart from, well, in Malaysia, in every state actually, or in every district, they have, well, the government built a center. They call it PAWE,
Okay.
PAWE. PAWE
Okay.
is Pusat Aktiviti Warga Mas, where the older adults who are 60 and above are eligible to come and participate in all activities. They have so
Ah,
many
okay.
activities. So one of the activities is the exercise. So I did the chair fitness thing for the older adults. I structured it, and it has been applied to all the fitness centers for
Oh.
the older adults, up to Sabah and Sarawak. So it was,
Wow,
yeah.
congratulations.
Thank
Congratulations.
you,
So
thank you.
something that you're passionate about and now it's being
Right.
applied. That's a great achievement, Azizsa. And you were one of
Yeah.
our nominees for Fitness Best Asia Awards. You know,
Yeah. Yes.
the first year when we launched Fitness Best Asia Awards, we only had like 200 submission around Southeast Asia. The first year. The second year we had 2,500
Wow.
submission, and you were the top 8. So I mean, it's
Thank
incredible
you.
to hear your story, what you are doing, and
Yeah.
what you are, and also I recently you also launched the community walk around your area.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, that's another great story behind it, why
Yes.
I launched that community walk. You
Yeah.
see, this neighborhood of mine is very quiet. You don't get to see your neighbors. And then I've got this new neighbor. Her house is real huge. And then we
Uh-huh.
heard she got robbed.
Oh.
So I went to see her. And I brought a cake. And in fact, to see her was difficult because her house was the fence was all so high. So she told me her story on how she got robbed. So I got this idea. I
Hmm.
said, listen, I told my husband, nobody around here make the effort to just go and see this person, who got
Hmm.
robbed recently. And the neighbors did not know her at all. So I did that a poster, without telling anyone. I only told my husband. He said, okay, go ahead. What you think is right, just do it. So I just did this poster and posted it on the residents group page. And
Okay.
everybody was like, what is she doing? Who's going to walk first? The lady's going to walk first. Some people with this set mindset who
Mm.
they sort of do not agree the mingling of ladies and men, right?
Right.
I think yeah, you
Yes.
understand. So they asked my husband at the mosque, what's your wife doing? Is she gonna allow the ladies to walk first, or the men behind, or the men first, or the ladies behind? And I told my husband, this is nonsense. This is nonsense. It has nothing to do with religion. No, nothing. The main idea was to foster relationship and goodwill amongst the neighbors.
Right.
So I did that. And I think 3/4 of the neighbors turned up, but not the other quarter, you know.
Right, right.
So, and I told them the reason why I had to do this, to sort of getting to know other neighbors as well. So I did that walk, and we stopped from one house to another and said, hi, we are so and so. We live here and there, you know. So they said, okay, Azizsa, let's do it again. I said, no, I'm not going to do it again. Until I get a good, you know, everybody participates, and I'll do it again.
Right.
So that was the reason why behind I did that.
So you did it once, or how many times did you do it? You did it once. So what
they wanted me to do every week or every month.
So what do you think will help change the mindset? Because I think my personal view of people that are afraid to do things or change their mindset is because of the element of fear. They don't understand it. They've never tried it before. But what do you think that, I mean, it was a great effort. I think if you keep pursuing it, people will get to know what the intention is instead of their preconceived ideas, right? So what do you think would change? What effort do you need to put a little bit more, I don't know, to get the entire community going?
I think they need to be educated on fitness.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
But you're a good starter.
Yeah. I think, yeah. I did something new that nobody has ever done here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what will take you to continue this? I mean, what I like about it is the community aspect of it, right? You're right, especially when we live in Singapore, we all live in HDB apartments, right? We don't know our neighbors. Nobody knows our neighbors, and we all are locked in. But for you, I mean, you live in a like a nice terraces house and stuff like that. You've got more land, and you don't know each other. Right. I mean, for you to go like, hey, listen, let's get to know. I live here. I live that. That's a great start, you know. And then you put the element of fitness just to walk. I think it'd be a shame to just let it die. I mean, you are a go-getter and you're an educator. I think, you know, this is a good start, and it could be nationwide.
Yeah, maybe I'll consider it again, because they wanted to have like, we will have some breakfast after the walk. And I said, okay, I'll consider it. Yeah, maybe.
What kind of breakfast?
I don't know.
Walk and then a whole bunch of breakfast.
Stuff, I think. Yeah.
So what do you think that you can help change the mindset? How can we change the mindset about to separate between religion and I mean, it's a bit political, I know, religion and exercise for the benefit, because you know every religion is teaching us to take care of ourselves anyways, to look after ourselves, right?
Yeah. Well, I think it's hard to change the mindset though, but what we can do is maybe we can set examples.
Yes.
Because I've given free sessions for the ladies in this neighborhood of mine, free every Saturday morning, once a week. And I could see some of their wives who couldn't walk, and they could even run. They could, you know, I did interval training with them, and they could squat. But then when somebody said, oh, what's she teaching my wife? This is another negative aspect from the, you know the word mencangkong?
Yes.
Squatting, and they call
right?
the squat. Yeah, squat.
Yeah.
So I said, it's hard to do this, you know, because you started out with good intentions, and you can see their wives change, you know, from not being able to walk, they could run, and they could squat. And then when they saw that their wives were squatting, and they said, what is she teaching their wives, you know, mencangkong?
Yeah.
Wow. So I said, okay, never mind. Whoever wants to come and exercise, just give me a call. I'll just teach you for free. This is behind my house.
Yeah.
So it's a mindset, actually. You have to educate them about changing their mindset and saying that exercise is a part of your life as well. It's like brushing your teeth. You have to do it every day.
Yes,
So
you're
yeah,
absolutely right. But I
yeah,
think also it's not just happening in places that you are from or from
uh-huh,
Indonesia. It happens in Singapore also, right?
yeah,
I think women are being told that they are not capable of a lot of things.
yeah,
And I'm a great advocate of saying that you are the foundation of a home. If you
mm,
don't take care of the home, the
yeah,
entire household falls apart. You know,
right,
we are multitaskers. You know, we
yes,
take care of kids, we go to the market, we go to work, you know, all that. And nobody takes themselves seriously. And I guess the power, you know, I think the fear of men, women becoming stronger, then it will change their mindset, then they leave. If you treat a person right, anyways, they won't leave you. You know, I think it's
right,
about respect
right,
of one each other, right? So
right,
I really hope starting knowledge goes a long way and very motivating. So this lady, Gaiety, is saying that sharing knowledge goes a long way and very motivating. And you're such a great advocate of trying to change the mindset. I hope that people will appreciate, you know, what you're doing, because for 25 years ago, from wanting to not doing anything and go like, I want to do something, there's
yeah,
something inside you that,
yeah.
and also you're a teacher. So, you know, and then people go like, okay lah, you teacher, why? It's easy for you, everything, right? But they don't understand that, you know, it takes a lot of effort. You can always say, hey, listen, no, I don't have to work, you know, I don't have to create myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you so the fact that there's a certain fact, like 30% of Americans are obese, right?
Right.
um Asian obesity, Vietnam is the lowest, it's about 2.1%.
Mm-hmm.
Singapore is 6.1, Indonesia is 6.9, and Malaysia is 15% of the population of more than 32 million. So
Right.
my question, what do you think, why is that in Malaysia people are bigger than the rest of the other countries
Yeah.
in Asia?
You see, when I attended this conference in Bangkok and they were talking about obesity,
Yeah.
and out came the slide with Malaysia being the top. I was like, what? What? You know, the government is churning out millions of dollars in getting people trained to become instructors, and these instructors in turn will sort of teach for free, or they're being paid in all the what do you call that, in at the parks and at
Mm-hmm.
the residential areas. But again, the lifestyle has not changed. The food they consume have not changed. I guess, like I said, the mindset has to change. The but now with lots of like John Cruise, or
Yes.
like a lot of challenges, maybe we are coming into that phase of life where everybody will be aware of their health.
Right.
They have to take care of their health, because the Ministry of Health says that the medical bills are getting higher and higher. So hopefully there will be a follow-up or continuity in us as trainers or as instructors to deliver these messages to get
Mm-hmm.
these people on the ground to move,
Right.
regardless of how old they are.
Yeah.
Right? Again, the mindset has to change.
But do you think that it's like I come from a Malay culture, right?
Uh-huh.
It's very typical for my people to say, uh, "What for? You know, you're already too old. You know, you have to enjoy yourself. Supposed to
Yeah.
eat what you want to eat. You know,
Yeah.
for what? You know." So that disturbs me a lot, because just because you're older doesn't mean you're dead. You know,
Yeah.
and then they don't see, and then they go like, "Oh, you know, I don't want to, I don't want to." Ask people to take care of me. But once they get sick, the entire family have to look after
Yeah.
it. It's very
True.
selfish, right? So is
Right.
that the same mentality also in Malaysia?
Yes, it's the same. It's very similar. When I try to get the older adults who are 50, who are still active, to come and exercise, it's hard. It's hard. They will say that they have all these aches and pains. But I said, with the aches and pains, if you move, you'll get rid of the aches and pains. It's just the discipline. It's just to get started. Once you have started, it'll be easy, right?
But if they didn't look at you, you are inspirational. Wouldn't
Yeah, when
they?
they look at me, Laila, they say, I want to be like you. Then I
Right,
said, come on and exercise and be
right,
like me,
right.
right? But again, some of their, the thing is sometimes it's them, and sometimes it's their family as well. It's their husband as well.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It has to come from you, from the your heart. If you want to change your lifestyle, you want to change yourself, you want to be healthy, and if you don't want to be not like a burden, if you don't want to be like asking for others to help, you have to move. You have to get up and move. Like I told my husband, you have to be motivated, and you have to tell yourself that, hey, you know, thank God I'm still alive today, that I've got to move. I've got to take care of myself. I got to do something, you know. And when I went for this, and I did a talk for the older adults one time. I said, you have to instill in yourself this kind of feeling that, okay, we have only a short lifespan left, you know, because we are like older.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Yes, we have to sort of be at the most. But there's another part of our life that we have to do something. Just do something that makes you happy, gardening, exercising, anything. Learn a new skill, you learn to cook, right? At least when you die, you said, hey, I've done something with my life.
Yes. Yeah. But you know, but also they have to look at it when they pray, right? Prayer, Islamic prayers is beautifully done. There's a lot of movement, standing up, squatting down, bending over, right? In order to be able to perform your rituals, your you know, your prayers, you need to have strength, and the only way to do that is through exercise and movement. You know, maybe that's a way to sell it to them also, right?
We've tried that. But they said, okay, no, we can use a chair because of the knees and the pains. So.
Yeah. Right. But you're doing a great job. I think, you know, time passes by, you know, it will change. Mindset will change, because it takes a time and a moment where people will decide to change. They can't, you know, for you and me and most people that have gone through a journey, we are very impatient because we have a shortcut. We go like, why are you doing this? You know, we know the shortcut, come follow us, right? But people are not ready, and it needs something to happen. And for us, we are like bystanders. It's so sad to see, you know, we're saving you a lot of time. You know, we're not trying to sell you a gimmick. We're trying to tell you, I'm giving you free workout. Why don't you just take it? You know, take care of yourself. But you know, we are a dying breed, so strong people not gonna live very long. So what do you do for your mindset? Like, you really know your physical activities, you know, you do gardening, you exercise, you teach exercise. What about your mind? What do you do to keep your mind intact?
I read a lot. I read a lot of books, apart from fitness books. Right now I'm reading a lot of books on how to market myself, you know, how to sort of move forward. Now, because of this COVID thing, I'm reading a lot of books on how to sell my virtual training online. So that kind of thing, just to keep my mind active. Yeah.
So how is that going?
Okay. Yeah. Okay so far.
Yeah.
I'm reading now. Right now, I'm also reading on fitness books on like a lot more information, because exercise, the research keeps on evolving, right?
Yeah.
So new things happening.
That's a good thing. So when you talk about fitness evolving, what you love about it and what you hate about it, the evolution of fitness.
All right. The evolution is that, for example, you keep on progressing instead of regressing. Okay. You know, and you find ways and means on how to make your classes much better. That kind of thing. Yeah. The kind of stuff that I'm reading.
Right. But what do you think that it's not good in fitness that you see that it disturbs you?
Oh, not good. Well, let me think. I think everything is good about fitness, except that you have to work harder and be one step ahead of your competitor.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Huh?
going back to mind, so you read a lot, so that keeps your mind. So what do you do when you, how do you decompress at a very stressful, like you're tired, how do you do that?
All right, apart from sleep, I love listening to the music.
Right,
Even
what
with
kind of
this
music?
Guraya, while I was doing my
Yes.
housework, I just dance around.
See,
So, because I like to dance.
good.
So that's how I distress myself. If I have something on my mind, I couldn't like solve it right now. So I'll just, just listen to the music and dance around.
Oh, that's a great way. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. What about your spirit? How do you keep your spirit fit?
Spirit,
Your
apart from the,
soul,
right?
your spirit, your soul.
Okay, lots of salat and reading the Quran. I've just finished the Quran 2 days before Lebaran.
Oh,
So
congratulations.
basically, that's it.
But you
That's it.
also, but that's not it. You create you create this walk with the community. I think that
Yeah,
is giving back
yeah,
to
yeah.
society.
I think I'll do that again, provided they said we'll do breakfast to get together. I said, wow, just the walk will do, but not the breakfast, right? After all the walk, and you add more calories to it, though.
No,
But
but
then, like, it's a social thing, I think.
yeah, it's a social thing, and then through that you can teach them. Go like, oh, this is great, but
Yes.
instead of this, why don't you replace this with this? Because
Yeah.
people are adults are like children. It's how you talk to
Yes.
them and convince them,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
they get
Use
to
the
do
right
it.
words, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Use
like,
the right
oh,
words. Yeah.
great toasting. Yeah, instead of doing
Right.
this, why don't you? I was like, oh my God, inside you're dying. You're like, oh my God, don't you know that this is.
Oh,
So
goodness.
how does what challenges have you met in life, and you mastered it as much as you can, that has helped you till today in your life?
Challenges.
Yeah.
What kind of challenges?
Yeah, what kind of challenges that you have faced in life that has impacted your life, and
Oh,
yeah.
I think taking care of my mom, because she was bedridden. So that has left quite an impact on me, saying that I must take care of myself as well. You know, you must have the strength to carry your mom from the bed to the toilet, even though she
Yeah.
used a wheelchair. But you have to, I learned that trick, that you have to place your whole body and pick her up, put her on the wheelchair, take her, took her to the toilet, and then do the same thing. Dress her, everything. So I told myself
Mm.
I have to be strong and healthy, I guess. Yeah, that has left quite an impact, because like she was really sick on the last 8 days of her life. I really, really, talked to her a lot, and a lot of stuff happened. So I'm glad I
Mm.
was there. So that has left an impact on me, and I told myself, if whenever you're sick, you have to take care of yourself. Because when our time comes, I don't know whether we'll have other people to take care of us. So
Yes, true. It's true.
yeah.
Have you ever done talks about this?
No,
I think it's
about
a good idea.
how you take care of the elderly. No, I've not.
No, no, I
Haven't.
think so. Maybe after this, we'll talk, and then because I do a lot of talks with our Tampines hub, and we always do a lot of content.
Mm,
So I think from your own experience, because it's left such a big impact, and you
mhm.
went to study and how to take care, and not just the caretaker takes a lot of effort
Oh
and
yes,
pain
a
and the lower
lot.
back, right?
Right, right.
So this is a good way to teach the community, and also through that they learn from you how to take
Hmm.
care of themselves. I think
Yeah,
it's a great
yeah,
way. So,
yeah.
sometimes you don't think about it because you do it so naturally, right? You go like, oh, this is what I
Right,
do,
right.
doesn't, and people go like,
Yeah,
whoa, but that's a lot. That's great. So maybe
yeah.
that's what we talk about. So how do you define your value as a person that flows into your work ethics?
All right. I value, what do you call that? I have this great passion. I'm passionate about what I do. And I am the kind of person that if you were to give me a task, I'll do it then. I need to finish it, do it properly. And I'm the person who likes, I don't like people to question me and then what kind of, not giving solutions. And sometimes people just, they say, okay, this is bad, the COVID is bad, don't do this. Yeah, what about the solutions? Because yesterday I was talking to someone about studio owners, they're having a hard time not being able to reopen the studio because of this pandemic, the COVID-19. So someone just saying, oh, this droplets thing, we can't, it's quite scary. You're going to get it once you reopen. I said, listen, everybody knows for the fact that it is scary, right?
Yeah.
Because of this COVID-19. But we have to find a solution on how to overcome this since fitness studios cannot reopen yet.
Yes.
That's another thing. I can't stand it when people you ask questions, but you do not find the solutions.
Yeah.
So, and I told her, instead of having like people coming to your studio, why not, apart from the virtual learning where everybody's doing it online.
Yeah.
So if you still like me, I still wanted to reopen my studio. But I told these people yesterday that I might do something like a no more member base, but on like an appointment base, where your student come like one at a time. You teach her like 30 minutes, she goes off, you clean everything, and then for another hour another person comes,
Right.
And then you don't really work out with them so much because of the fear of the droplets and the sweat, but you sort of coach her and just tell her, you just showed her a few things, and then just she will do, and then you just correct her.
Right.
I think,
No. That's interesting because I spoke to Halim from Jakarta, Indonesia, and he says that his business has never. He's a personal trainer, right? He said it never affected him because he said I've never touched my client. I've always kept a distance. I've always instructed my clients how to move the body. So for him, it's not a big deal, right? But the other fact that Halim was saying is that he says, it's too much of this COVID, right? Yes, it's happening, right? And we know the basic rules and regulation. He says, but do you know that the people that are being very careful, the people that are fit, because we are being careful because there's a lot of people that are unfit that's being attacked by this pandemic. So this, if it doesn't open their eyes on how not to, you have to take care of yourself. I mean, if it doesn't open their eyes, I do not know what else is going to happen to make them realize, right? But I think you're absolutely right in a sense that everybody has problems. There's so many problems. What is the solution?
Yes.
So sometimes my heart boils when they go like, oh, this problem. Okay, what's the solution? I can't. I really can't. I hate people that bring me problem. Don't bring me problem. Bring me solution.
Right.
Also at the same time, right?
Yeah.
But how do you see when this pandemic is not? I don't think it'll be over. I think it's still lingering around. How do you see Malaysia going to handle this, and what's going to happen? I mean, this is all hypothetical.
All right. Malaysia's stand on COVID-19 is very good. Even the person in charge has given a recognition, the top 3 in the world for handling this. Yeah, for handling this pandemic, and the numbers are decreasing. The numbers, some of the numbers are increasing due to the immigrants.
Okay.
Yeah, and they are in this cluster group. But for the Malaysians, the numbers are decreasing. So it is good. And if people adhere to the regulations, it's going to get better. Except that like gym owners and fitness studios, we do not know when we'll be able to reopen. That's
How long have
the
you guys been in quarantine?
a long time
Lockdown?
since since April 18th. So
April. Okay.
almost 2 months, 2.5 months.
So how
Yeah,
do you
almost
cope
three
with it?
months.
Are you busier now than ever?
Not so, because virtual learning is I only do when I've got enough people.
Okay.
You
What is
know,
enough people? How many people do you
about
do?
10.
About 10.
Yeah, then I'll start. Yeah,
Okay.
virtually, yes. Because
Okay.
I don't. It's not that I do not want so many people. I want to see a smaller group. Is much easier for me to sort of correct their form, their body alignment, and such. If you have so
Right.
many on the screen,
Yes.
it's hard for me to, you know. So that's what I do. And well, other things, I take care of the house. I clean. I
Right.
rearrange my furniture several times. And the gardening, and I bake cakes and all those kind of
Wow.
stuff.
You're multitasker. I cannot bake.
I
I hate
am.
cooking.
Otherwise, I'll get crazy and do not know what to do. So I have to do something.
So what do you think, what advice would you give women that's watching, especially women in Malaysia, that they can help themselves to look, to move forward and look after themselves? What can you advise? I know there's so many advice there, but hearing you and you, a teacher and a go-getter, and you're no nonsense person. Looking at you, I thought like, okay, she's very prim and proper. She says the right things, and then I didn't know that she's got laser mouth, and I didn't know this. Are you like?
Now you know.
I didn't know. That's why I like to talk to people, then I get to know them a bit better.
Okay, to the ladies, be the movers and the shakers. Don't just sit and wait for something to happen. You have to make it happen. You have to get up and do something for yourself, for your life.
But do you think that it's more like in Malaysia, there's so many things in women that we're not supposed to do, like not dress a certain way, we can't speak a certain way, we have to act a certain way. Do you think that plays a big part of
Yeah,
them?
maybe. Yeah, it depends on your environment, the people you mix with, the people surrounds who are with you. Yeah, and you have to get. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard because you can't dictate. You can't dictate on their dressing.
Yeah.
You can't. So you can
Yeah.
only do it for yourself, I think.
Right.
Right.
But is it harder? Like, are you a no nonsense person? So if you're in a group of women and then they start talking about other women badly, what would you do?
I'll just switch to another topic. Because I've been like backstab. In this, one of the bad things about one of the negative things of being a fitness trainer or instructor is that you get backstabbed all the time, all the time. So just leave, move away, walk away. So
Right.
that's what I've been doing.
But it's also in every industry, and more
It is.
so because you from getting to know you, you're very firm. So I would look at it like, if somebody backs them, I would like, okay, the person is not confident anyways, feel threatened. That's the only reason,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the way I see it.
Yeah. But it's
So
rampant. But the thing is, it's rampant in this fitness industry. I don't know why. It's rampant. It's everywhere you go. People will like tell you the same thing. So I said, don't listen, ignore, move on.
right. Yeah, I cannot step many times and I go like, hey.
And you still survive.
Yeah, because I don't pay attention to it. As you
Right.
know, in it's very male dominated, the fitness industry, right? And
Mhm.
the slurs that I got from my peers, male counterparts, they're like, I don't care. I laugh. I go like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
But we have to push through. And women, we've got a long way to go because this is something new. The support each other thing is a new trend for
Right.
us. You
Yeah.
know, we've been taught like five women fight one man. Right? You got to do this. You got to do that. So I'm a bit more forgiving now, understanding that it's still very new to support women because it's built in us. But as soon as we are powerful, my God, we'll take off. You know,
Oh
with
yes.
yeah. So women like you and me are like, okay, support each other. Okay,
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
that's what we're doing, supporting each other.
So so when you see this COVID 19 that's happening, and then people that you know that are still questioning, you know, this COVID, how does it? What advice would you give people that is listening to you? And I know you got a lot of students. Students got, you know, their family. What
Yeah.
would you advise them?
The students?
Yeah, I mean people in
Oh,
Malaysia,
okay.
especially. Yeah,
All right. Okay, for the instructors, okay, I'll just talk about the instructors. I
yeah.
told the instructors, due to this COVID-19, we can't teach because we can't practice our craft. Our craft is teaching, right? So how do you stay motivated?
Right.
So in order to stay motivated, you have to adapt. Adapt in the sense that since this many gyms or many fitness studios are closed temporarily, so you have to adapt by changing your attitude. Changing meaning you have to think of several other ways to teach the virtual training online and such. And then from there you improve. You improve in the way you teach. For example, at the studio, you can sort of just play around with your clients, you know, just have fun laughing. But
Right.
here you are facing a camera, right? It's different.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's different. You're talking to the camera. So you have to change the way you cue, you know, on how to correct the mistakes made by your students or your clients. So the word, I think, for me, is adapt, change, improve, make yourself better, make yourself more, what's the word? Make yourself more pronounced, more stand out. Yeah.
But that's actually a very good advice because not many people are comfortable in front of the camera, right?
Right. Yeah.
And this is something new. I mean, we take selfie, wealthy, right?
Yes, yes.
Right. But now
Right.
we have to talk, and nobody wants to sound stupid because it's
Right,
recorded,
right.
right?
Yeah, and it's live, and yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're on video, then you can sort of retake and, you know. But once
Right.
you're live, so whatever insecurities or mistakes you do is everybody can see.
Right.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
but
instill the confidence.
we are the worst criticizers, women. If you go to the gym, all these men pull out the shirt. I go like, hello, you just carry 5 kg. Just once you want to show off. But women, when we look at the mirror, all we see is, you know, oh, my butt is too big, my thigh is too
Yeah.
flabby, you know. So it's different mentality. Women we are very critical of ourselves. But I
Yeah.
think that is such a great advice
Okay, thank
to
you.
to learn. So you are definitely a teacher.
Yeah.
You're definitely a teacher. But I really hope you will continue, you know, to do your walk. I think it's a great effort. I think
Yes, I will.
you will succeed in this. I can see like this moving into the whole part of
Yeah. In
Malaysia.
fact, when I posted the walk, the community walk, quite a number of instructors asked me on how to initiate that project to help them because they felt inspired. They wanted to do the same thing.
Right.
So yeah, so I just helped them and on how to do the community walk at their own residential areas. So yeah.
Wow. I'm so happy. And then also I forgot to mention you presented in Go IFAX
Oh
Malaysia.
yes, yes.
Wasn't
I
it
did
January?
not get to
January?
see you.
I wasn't there. I'm sure I had something. No, I went. I went a few days before that, I think. Did I
Uh-huh.
go? I think yes, I went to KL a few days before that, before the launch.
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah, I did.
presented Chair Fitness.
And then Dina Carroll, the founder of Go After, says, "Oh
Right.
my God, she's so crazy. She has so much energy, you know, Laila." I feel like, yeah, I said, no,
Yeah, I
she's
went crazy out there.
oh, fantastic. And I saw your video of the chair workout. It's fun. It's, you know, yeah, I think crazy lah, but crazy in a good way.
Crazy in a good way, right? You're just having fun out there because it shows when you have fun, you know.
But I really like your personality because you are really lighthearted. You care about your community, and you are a teacher, and you are a good teacher. There are lousy teachers, okay? So I hate some
Thank
teachers. I
you.
hate. Yeah. You are creative, and I really wish you well. And like I said, we'll talk on the side, and we see. I think joining of nowadays because of the, especially with the COVID, we are
Right.
our relationship around, especially ASEAN countries, has become closer. And
Right.
I'm a great supporter of Asia and Asians. So, you know, I have a great network here in Tampines Hub who is a great support of anything that's fitness. So we'll talk about that on the side.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. And it's been
Thank you.
wonderful. And hopefully when I go to KL to visit
Yes,
my
come over.
sister, I will definitely. And, you know, we do the
Thank
community
you.
walk and then they can
All right.
criticize me. Eh, apa ni? Cakap orang, orang tolong cakap banyak pula. Right.
Okay,
Okay.
you're fun to be with, you know.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so. Life's too short, you know, especially during this time. You gotta laugh, no?
Right.
Azizsa, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you
You are,
too. Thank you too.
thank you. You are the person that represent mind, body, spirit intact. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
I see you
Assalamualaikum.
soon. Aku salam.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.